Hi, we're the Mountain Goats. My name's John Darnielle. Over here to my left is Matt Douglas and John Worcester. You can't see them, but I can. Yeah. I'm here to talk to you about a record that we have made. This is our electronic press kit, so that I don't have to write a thing about it in the third person. The new record is called Through This Fire Across from Peter Balkan. Normally, an album title announces itself as you're writing, as I'm writing. I can't speak to other people's album titles. I've always thought, I know there are people who get the title first to write the album from it. I generally don't do that, though I have done that. But with this one, what happened was I had a dream, right? And the dream was that I was making an album, and that the album was called Through This Fire Across from Peter Balkan. That was the entirety of the dream. I wasn't in the studio or anything. It was like when I woke up, I had this thing in my brain that was like, oh, you're making albums. And I wrote it down. Well, I put it in my phone. I have a little app I use for writing down dreams as soon as I wake up. And I wrote it down. And then I think I went back to sleep for like 20 minutes or so. And when I looked at my dream thing, I thought, oh, it'd be funny to actually do that, to write the album from, to try and write the album to explain what the title means, right? And generally speaking, as soon as I say it would be funny to do this, right, the likelihood that I'm going to do it triples. So Goths was the same way. Like, wouldn't it be funny to write everything at this keyboard that has these pre-programmed beats and with using a Rhodes tone? And then that became the most successful album of all time. Okay, scene. So I had a title, right, to work with, and then and the idea was, I mean, it was this very specific and weird dream logic title. So for me, I thought, well, if you're looking through a fire, probably there's a campfire, right, and there's a person whose name is of some interest, and I thought, where would you build a campfire? Well, in the forest, camping. I can imagine writing songs about going camping, but at the same time, no, I can't. So I thought, well, maybe it was on a beach, fire on a beach, right? A fire on a beach and talk around the beach. And I asked myself, how do these people get on the beach? Maybe there was a shipwreck. Maybe Peter Balkan is the captain, right? Then I had my story. And, I have the outline of a story. I have a person named Peter Balkan, somebody who thinks highly enough of him to be saying his full name, is looking at him through a fire. And in this way, I came up with the idea of these people being shipwrecked, right? And, well, what are they going to do? I don't want a cannibalism story. Well, I mean, I do, but not this story. And Matt Douglas was pretty put out that I didn't go with the cannibals. It's always been a thing of his. But so I thought, well, there's the shipwreck, and they're on an island, and then the first thing that occurs to me is that they're going to die, right? That no one's going to rescue you from this sandbar. You're just going to die. And I think, well, before you die, somebody will probably lose their minds, and that should probably be the captain for maximum dramatic impact. And it became sort of a musical in my mind, right? I pictured people on stage, maybe with the piece of the wrecked ship, at the front of the stage, or off to the side of the stage with the kelp draped on it and stuff, and delivering these songs as soliloquies, since what I basically do anyway is what I call personified monologues, where a person starts speaking, right, or singing, right, and you have to figure out their story based on the information that they give you.
John, where
yes.
does the name Peter Balkan come from?
I mean, I don't know, because it's a dream, right? It's like, it came...
That was in the dream.
It was in the dream, was Through This Fire Across from Peter Balkan. This is my guess, right? Peter comes from the fact that at that time, Peter Hughes was our bassist, and so I got Peter in my mind fairly often, and so my dream brain fed me Peter, and then I read a lot of Eastern European literature, the literature of the Balkans, Serbian literature, Croatian literature, Bosnian literature, right? And I read a lot of that, so the word Balkan crosses my brain several times a day.
Was that a last name you'd ever heard before, though?
No, I've never met anybody named Balkan, as far as I know. But I would be stoked if like Dave Balkan calls me when this press kit hits and says, "Wow, you've never met anybody named Balkan, huh? What am I, a piece of shit?"
And you say, "Look, I meet a lot of people."
I meet a lot of people, okay? A lot of people. I met Dave Serbian, Tina Croatian, all these people. How am I supposed to remember you?
Yeah.
Right? So,
Tina Croatian.
thank you very much. Yeah. It was literally like, I suspect that like that's the thing about this title is it's a silly, not silly, but it's like random, as my children would say, sort of title. But it really comes. People prize spontaneity. They want to hear what comes from your your pre-thinking brain. This title is exactly that. Like my brain that's not thinking yet says that, which is what I found interesting about trying to build a story around it, like trying to let my medulla do the talking for once. Right?